The bell rang sharp and shrill as students poured into the courtyard of Willowbrook High. Among the crowd, a girl stood alone, clutching her books tightly against her chest. Her name was Amara. Quiet, observant, and with eyes that told stories of battles most people couldn't begin to understand. She wore a simple floral dress, slightly faded, but clean and carefully ironed, a gift from her mother the night before she passed. Amara was the new girl. The outsider. And for some, that was all the reason they needed to pounce. She walked into class, keeping her head down, her heart pounding. The whispers started immediately. "Who's that? Looks like she got her clothes from a charity bin. Probably doesn't even speak English." But Amara didn't flinch. She'd heard worse. Much worse. Lunchtime came, and with it, her first taste of cruelty. She sat under the old oak tree at the corner of the schoolyard, unwrapping a small container of rice and lentils. Just as she was about to take a bite, 3 girls approached: Mackenzie, Sierra, and Lila. The self-proclaimed queens of the school. "Well, look at this," Mackenzie sneered. The new girl brought prison food. Amara didn't answer. She just kept her gaze steady, trying not to react. Sierra snatched the container and dumped it upside down. "Oops," she giggled. Amara's eyes burned, but she still didn't move. Then came the moment that changed everything. Lila reached forward and ripped the side of Amara's dress. "You should thank us," she said cruelly. "Now you have an excuse to buy real clothes." The laughter that followed was loud. But the silence that came next was louder. Amara stood up. Slowly. Deliberately. She looked down at the torn fabric, her mother's final gift, and then up at the girls. "You shouldn't have done that," she said quietly. "Oh yeah?" Mackenzie snapped. "What are you gonna do, cry?" Amara didn't cry. She moved. In the blink of an eye, she grabbed Mackenzie's wrist mid-swing and twisted it behind her back, gently but firmly, immobilizing her. The other girls froze. "What the?" Sierra gasped. "Let me go!" Mackenzie yelled. Amara released her and took a step back. "You wanted to humiliate me. Instead, you showed everyone who you really are." That moment was witnessed by over 20 students. Phones out. Mouths open. And it was just the beginning. Later that day, in gym class, Coach Thompson asked for volunteers for self-defense sparring. Amara raised her hand. The coach hesitated, but nodded. "You sure?" he asked. She nodded. "I've trained in Krav Maga since I was 9. Mackenzie, still furious, saw her chance to get even. She volunteered too. "I'll take her," she said, smirking. What followed was a master class. Amara didn't attack, she defended. Every swing Mackenzie threw, Amara blocked, flipped, or redirected. She never hurt her, just outmaneuvered her. Until Mackenzie was flat on her back. The class erupted in cheers. By the end of the week, the whispers had changed. "She's like a ninja." "No, she's a warrior. She's unstoppable." But Amara wasn't interested in revenge or popularity. When a younger student dropped her books in the hallway, she helped her pick them up. When she saw a kid being picked on for his stutter, she stood beside him and told the others to back off. People started seeing the real her. Not just the fighter, but the survivor. The girl who had lost her mother to cancer, had been bounced from place to place, and still showed up every day with her head held high. She became a quiet legend. Not because she sought attention, but because she showed strength in silence. One afternoon, Sierra approached her in the library. Alone. No smug smile. No backup. Just a girl who looked like she'd been thinking hard. "Hey. I wanted to say I'm sorry. About your dress. About everything." Amara looked up from her book. There was no anger in her face. Just calm. "It's not about the dress," she said. "It's about what kind of person you want to be." Sierra nodded slowly. "I'd like to be better. Amara closed her book and gave a faint smile.